Coming in at a very light weight considering the overall size, the MSR Papa Hubba NX is a wonderful tent for groups of up to 4 people or a few backpackers who like some extra space. This tent has a symmetric pole geometry that makes it easy and intuitive to set up. The Rainfly is easily oriented by color-coded webbing and attachment points, and the DuraShield coated Rainfly and bathtub style floor ensure full weather protection. A large, spacious interior provides ample room for up to 4 backpackers, and a lot of mesh construction allows for airflow and reduces condensation. Integrated prop rods in the Rainfly allow for even more overall venting. When you're packing up for the next few miles, the tent stuffs down smaller than most 2-person tents into the included compression stuff sack. Let's take a closer look at the materials and specs of the MSR Papa Hubba NX. This tent is constructed with a lot of lightweight nylon materials that give it a really nice overall construction. The canopy and door of the tent is a 20D ripstop nylon. It's not a coated waterproof material, so it is going to allow for a lot of breathability and it gives some extra privacy. The mesh is a 15D micro mesh. It is very breathable, very lightweight, and allows the tent to pack down even small, and you get that mesh for 360 degrees around the entire tent to allow for optimum visibility without the Rainfly and some extra ventilation when you need that. The bathtub style floor is a 30D ripstop nylon, and it does have a really hefty DuraShield waterproof coating, so it is a fully waterproof bathtub style floor, and the seams are fully taped, so it ensures that waterproof protection. Overall, those materials are super lightweight and allow the tent to pack down really small once it's ready to be packed for another few miles of hiking. The poles are a DAC Featherlight NSL aluminum press fit pole. Super lightweight poles, very lightweight construction. You've actually just got 3 poles with the tent, although it looks like there's a lot more going on. This red pole is a hubbed pole, so it's all connected together, and that creates the main structure of the tent. And then you've got 2 of these gray poles, and they are kind of the brow poles, or the poles that bring the outsides of the tent out, and I'll give it a lot of interior volume. The overall shaping of the tent is really smart, and the setup is very intuitive. Everything is color-coded. The webbing for the pole clips, the webbing for where the poles insert into the grommets at the end, everything is color-coded, so it's super easy to set up the very first time. The way that those outside poles are constructed, like I said, the strategic clip placement really draws out the body of the tent and gives it a lot of internal volume. So for those 4 backpackers, potentially even just 2 people in this tent, you've got a really good amount of interior space. The average packed weight of this tent is just around 6 pounds, 8 ounces. So while it is a slightly heavier backpacking tent, consider the overall size, and that is a very lightweight package. The peak height in the tent is about 44 inches, so you get plenty of space to sit up in the tent, whether you're organizing gear, playing cards, or just hanging out on a rainy day. You've got plenty of space there. The dimensions are 86 inches by 93 inches, so that is plenty of space for 4 backpackers, plus a little bit of extra room for gear or sprawling out if someone's got a wider sleeping pad. So you really do get ample space inside the tent. It is a fully freestanding design as well, so if you don't have the opportunity to stake it out, you can still set up the tent quickly and easily. We also have 2 large D-shaped doors which make entry and exit super easy on this tent. And when the Rainfly is attached, you'll get 2 large vestibules to store some extra gear. I've attached the Rainfly to the Papa Hubba NX so we can take a look at that, its construction and its overall design. It is constructed with a 20D ripstop nylon, and it is a silicone and polyurethane treated nylon. It has that DuraShield coating on it, so it is fully waterproof, and the seams are taped to ensure that waterproof performance. It has 2 doors, which do create 2 vestibules for the tent, fairly spacious vestibules at that. Total, there's about 22 square feet of area, so that's 11 square feet per vestibule. The door is a stay dry door, so it has easy entry. There is a 2-way zipper on that, and it does hold down with some Velcro tabs. And there is actually an integrated rain gutter on those doors. So right behind the zipper, there is this extra flap kind of built in, so you get confident waterproof protection, and you won't get dripped on when you're getting into or out of the tent. So it's just a really smart extra design. There are integrated kickstands on each side of the tent, so you can prop those open if you need to allow some extra airflow and ventilation. If it's a little bit colder during the night, you can drop those kickstands and have the tent a little bit more sealed in for that warmth. The orientation of the Rainfly is really simple. As I mentioned before, everything is color coded, including the corners on the Rainfly. So there are 4 corners that attach to the red grommets or the red clips on the tent. It's really easy to set that up, and it just stakes out nice and easily, as you can see here, to create that large front awning. All of the stress points on the Rainfly and the tent are reinforced. So if you look at the corners, the areas where you're gonna have a lot of wear, they are reinforced with some extra stitching, so you get ensured durability with the overall tent design. Finally, we do have included guy outlines on the tent. So at those points, we've got some included guy lines and aluminum tension bars. So if you're out in some less than ideal weather, you can really batten it down with those guy lines and hold everything in place nice and easily. Another really cool feature for the Rainfly is that if you decide to purchase the optional footprint, you can use this in a fast fly mode. What that means is you can use just the poles, the Rainfly, and that footprint to create an even lighter weight, more minimalist setup. Again, that footprint is sold separately. It is not included with the tent. So there you have it. It's the MSR Papa Hubba NX. Overall, given the space, it is a super lightweight tent capable of 4 backpackers and packs down nice and small when you're ready for a nice long hike.